U.S. President Donald Trump once said there was love between him and North Korean leader Kim Jong Un, but Xi Jinping is intruding into the relationship to remind them that China is an indispensable chaperone in their nuclear dance. With his first trip to Pyongyang as president, Xi took another big step to patching up his tattered relations with Kim, whose nuclear tests prompted Beijing to join UN sanctions against its longtime ally. Xi's two-day visit, which ended Friday, will also serve the Chinese leader in his complicated relationship with Trump, as they prepare to hold talks on their trade war at the G20 summit in Japan next week. Related slideshow, facts about Kim Jong Un, provided by Photo Services. The supreme leader of North Korea, Kim Jong Un, is one of the most secretive leaders in the world. Let's take a look at some of the interesting facts about him. In a breakthrough summit, Kim Jong Un met U.S. President Donald Trump in Singapore on June 12, 2018. This marked the first time the nation's supreme leader engaged in a face-to-face conversation with an incumbent U.S. president. On April 27, 2018, Kim made history by becoming the first North Korean leader in over 60 years to cross the heavily fortified demilitarized zone, DMZ. He met South Korean President Moon Jae-in in the Peace House, located in the southern side of the DMZ, where the two leaders are believed to have discussed denuclearization of the Korean peninsula and improvements in relations between the two countries. On December 10, 2015, Kim claimed North Korea had developed a hydrogen bomb. A report by the country's state-run Korean Central News Agency, KCNA, said the announcement was made during a visit to the Pyeongchang Revolutionary Site. Kim Jong-un's estranged half-brother, and Kim Jong-il's eldest son, Kim Jong-nam, was born in May 1971 and was widely expected to become the next leader of the country. That changed in 2001, when he was caught trying to enter Japan with a fake passport. He was exiled sometime in 2003 and died, the victim of an assassination, on February 13, 2017, in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Pictured. In a picture taken on June 4, 2010, Kim Jong-nam, the eldest son of North Korean leader Kim Jong-il, waves after an interview with South Korean media representatives in Macau. Kim's installation as heir apparent to his father was confirmed in 2009, when he was appointed to the National Defense Commission and promoted to the rank of Daejang, which is the equivalent of a four-star American general, despite having no military experience. As a young boy, Kim was enrolled at a German-speaking school near Bern, Switzerland, under the name Pakun. He was supposedly the son of an employee at the North Korean embassy in the country. Kim is believed to be a fan of Jackie Chan movies. Following his half-brother's exile, Kim was installed as his father's heir apparent in 2010. In December 2011, he was declared supreme leader of North Korea after his father, Ll, died of a heart attack. He took over as leader of the Workers' Party in April 2012. Later that year, he removed then Army Chief Ri Yong-ho and took that position too, thereby consolidating political, economic and military power in his hands. He is also believed to be a basketball fan and an admirer of Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant and Dennis Rodman. He would reportedly watch televised games from the U.S. National Basketball Association (NBA). In December 2010, North Korea declared a public holiday to mark Kim's birthday. Pictured. Trump and Kim shake hands before their one-on-one chat in Hanoi, Vietnam on February 27, 2019. Months after Trump declared that he and Kim had fallen in love, their nuclear talks faltered as their second summit in Vietnam in February ended without an agreement. Trump has also repeatedly called Xi his friend, but their own negotiations to end the U.S.-China tariffs war broke down last month. With Trump's relationship with Kim on the rocks, Xi has found an opening. After the North Korean leader traveled to China 4 times in the past year, Xi has finally reciprocated, declaring in North Korea's official newspaper that the friendship between their nations was irreplaceable. Kim gave Xi a lavish welcome, inviting him to the Mass Games, an epic music and dance show in a packed stadium that featured the song "I Love You China" and a giant portrait of Xi. Xi wants to use his visit to Pyongyang to demonstrate to President Trump that China's role on the Korean peninsula is indispensable, said Bonnie Glaser, senior advisor for Asia at the Center for Strategic and International Studies in Washington. And if Xi can persuade Kim to resume talks with the U.S., he hopes that Trump will ease up pressure on trade, Glaser told AFP. Glaser noted that Trump himself made a link between a trade deal and China helping with North Korea. But Trump has also seen Xi as a potentially negative influence on Kim, calling him a world-class poker player last year, as he noted a change of attitude by the North Korean leader after meeting the Chinese president. In talks on Thursday, Xi told Kim that he was willing to strengthen coordination and cooperation with North Korea and other parties, and play a positive and constructive role in achieving denuclearization of the Korean peninsula, according to Chinese state media. On Chan-il, a North Korean defector and researcher in Seoul, said Xi is using North Korea as leverage in his own confrontation with the United States. Xi and North Korea are saying the Beijing-Pyongyang alliance forged in blood will not be affected by Trump, regardless of any economic incentives to effect a change, he said. China, which fought alongside the North in the Korean War, remains Pyongyang's main diplomatic and economic backer despite tensions over the nuclear issue. Lu Chao, a North Korean expert at China's Liaoning Academy of Social Sciences, said Beijing will certainly play a major role in mediating the return of the DPRK in the United States to the negotiating table. But Lu said it was wrong to think that China would use North Korea as a bargaining chip, a notion that the Chinese Foreign Ministry has also rejected. No Midas touch. Shi Yinhong, professor of international relations at Renmin University in Beijing, said ties between China and North Korea have not been fully repaired just yet, as China still enforces UN sanctions. With the improvement of Sino-DPRK relations, China can restore some influence on the DPRK, but the main thing is that Kim Jong Un makes his own decisions, Xi said. In a sign that the neighbors are not always in sync, North Korean media did not carry comments by Kim reported by Chinese state broadcaster CCTV, which quoted him as saying that he was willing to be patient in the talks with the U.S. but wanted the parties concerned to meet him halfway. The state-run China Daily sought to play down Xi's influence on North Korea. The world may hope that the Chinese leader has the magic touch that can turn a stone to gold, the newspaper said in an editorial. But it is unrealistic to expect that Xi can solve all the peninsula issues with a two-day visit, even if Beijing has always been the most reliable and considerate partner to Pyongyang. Gallery, Trump presidency in photos.